There we go. Welcome back, Arsha. Thank you so much. We enjoyed your presentation last time, so we're excited to have you here again today. I'll get you started here.
Yeah, so for file
and then play, right?
No. It's called.
I have it open, but I want to, the slideshow.
Yeah, slideshow, yeah.
From beginning. There we go. All right, there you go. You should be good. Let me know, everyone online, if you can see or not, okay? I did the share there. All right, thank you very much. Welcome this morning.
Yeah, thank you very much. See me or no?
Yeah, they can see you.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. You just turn the lights.
Yeah. And let me turn the speaker off, actually. Let me double check the audio real quick. It's just saying the audio is giving some problem here. Make sure it's on. Mute. There we go. Hopefully the audio is good. Good morning, everyone. Here we go. Munir is joining us. All right, and I'll share the screen again there for you. Oh, lots of people entering the room. Sorry. All right, there you go. Popular this morning.
I know. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Those missed last time. Just let me introduce myself one more time. My name is Arshad Khan, and I'm the owner of Quality Spec Building Inspection. Quality Spec Building Inspection is almost 19 years old. Let me briefly tell you about myself. I am a structural engineer by profession. I have done 6 months trade course from Durham for my HVAC, electrical, and plumbing. I have done over 7,000 home inspections. I've done over 500 commercials. What does that mean to you is that your inspector has a broader knowledge other than the home. I'm certified with NACHI, National Association of Certified Home Inspector. What that means to you is that your inspector is up to date with the codes, and it's a good organization for us learning as well. We have a newsletter we send out every month, so I requested Christine to share the email addresses. You will be getting those every month. They are free. They're very good newsletter you can share with your clients as well. Gadgets, I carry all the tools, you name it, drone, telescopic pole, EMF, which is, all those power lines. A lot of people worry about that. The electromagnetic waves, gas leak detector, you name it. So I carry all the gadgets, okay? So that basically give you and your client peace of mind. That's pretty much it. And someone requested the septic and sewer ejector system. So I have this presentation for you. Hopefully it's gonna be a good learning, okay? Christine asked me for the well. Actually, I should have added, but
That's
I was
okay.
just out of time, but I will just talk at the end briefly about it. It's not too much about the wells. The septic is something more important. Okay, so let's start. This thing is.
I might have to do it for you because sometimes when we're all logged in, it's a little finicky.
There you go.
There we go. Now you should have.
Good.
Once I let somebody in, it disables you, and then I have to.
Oh, go back.
So okay. Try it. You might work this time now.
Good. So septic system, I guess probably you all know what a septic system is. It's basically a self-contained underground water treatment system that's designed to hold and treat, dispose of household water. So basically that's all it does. And normally we require in the rural homes, okay, where the municipality sewer system is not there. So septic is used for the sewage and water treatment. So this is how it looks like. So if you start from the left here, so the water from your house, again, from the bathroom, laundry, everywhere, they all come to this septic tank, okay? And I'll explain a little bit detail how it looks from inside. So from here, it goes to the distribution box. Now this distribution box, not every system has it. There are a few basic system, mostly 90%, I will just say basic system. Some of them, they are a little high end. So they have these distribution boxes, and I'll explain what it does. And then all these pipes, perforation pipes, basically is called the leaching bed. Okay, so the water come here, and then I'll show you that section inside what happens basically, and all the water comes in here to these pipes, absorbed here. This is all gravel, so all the water is basically being absorbed in the ground area. Okay, so septic tank basically it consists of two main parts: septic tank and the leaching bed or drain field. Some people call leaching bed or drain field. So septic tank and the drain field, which is also a leach field. Okay, so it's a series of trenches or bed line with gravel or coarse sand and buried 1 to 3 feet below the ground surface. So normally it could be from the septic tanks 1 to 3 feet below the ground. Okay, so this is what basically septic tank is. Very simple unit. So the water leaves the house, okay, all from the plumbing system entering septic tanks. The solid, oil, grease will separate into different layers. And again, it's right here. So basically the solid called sludge, it goes to the bottom. And all the grease and oil goes to the top. Okay, that's why the septic tank is designed this way. Okay, if we did not have these two compartments, it will fail. Okay, because you don't want to combine the scum and the sludge. So what happens with the scum come at the top, the oil, the grease, everything, solid goes to the bottom. Liquid, which is called effluent, is coming off. So over a short period of time, the solid, like I say, will sink. The bottom becomes sludge. That's what it's called. While the oil and grease flow to the top, it's called scum. So like I said, it's designed in such a way that the scum and the sludge, the solid and the oil, they should not be combining because it's going to clog the drain system. Okay, and the middle layer of the water is called effluent. Okay, so this liquid is called effluent. So that will flow through a filter into a distribution box. Again, there are small distribution boxes there within the tank that goes through that, and before reaching to the drain field. A drain field or leaching bed basically is a series of perforated pipes. So just like that. Okay, so this is your septic. So the pipes coming out, and this is all your leaching bed. It's just a series of pipes with the perforation, the holes in them, all the effluent basically absorbed to the ground. Okay. So when the effluent enters the pipe, it seeps into the soil. Okay, so where the natural filtration occurs and all the microbiomes, it helps to remove or alter the pollutants and pathogens that may remain. Okay, if any question, please ask. Now, so this is what the septic tank is and what it does. Now, the types basically, material, sorry. So we have a concrete septic tanks, we have a steel septic tank, plastic, fiberglass. Okay, so these are basically 4 types. Concrete is very, very famous because it's cheaper. So right here, this is fiberglass, the concrete one, and the steel. Okay, mostly I see the concrete, like I said, fiberglass, again, high-end homes, they're putting these nowadays. So the tank, the types of the tank, okay? So we have a conventional system. It's called the gravity system. So basically, it's a very standard system. They use the gravity to move the effluent, which is the water, the middle part, to the septic tank, to the drain field. Okay, it's simply mean moving a liquid without using a pump. So with gravity system, we don't have pumps. Okay, the second one is a pressure distributing system. Okay, so in this type of system, we use pressure to evenly move water into the individual trenches. Okay, so are you using that?
Sorry, yes, I'm just letting two people want in right now. One moment. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
So these system it consists of basically three components: the septic, the chemical dosing pump, and the pump chamber. Basically, these are a little bit high end. So the chemical dosing pump is a pump. It's like $1,500-$1,600. It basically pump out to different areas. I guess it's all.
Is it? Okay, go for it.
Okay, right here. So when it comes, the effluent comes to the distribution box here. So the pumps are here, and then it distribute accordingly. So that's why these are a little bit high-end septic tanks. Okay. The system, the pressure distribution system, are used primarily when the soil disposal area is located uphill, upslope. So if the house is lower and your leaching bed is higher, so you need these systems because you need a pump to pump out the effluent. Okay. The second type is alternative systems, or it's called aerobic treatment, ATUs. Now these are again very high-end system. I have seen, to be very honest, very few. Okay, because they're expensive. It all depends where they are. These systems basically used for the environmental sensitive land where the agricultural land is. So you have to have this because you cannot have all the trenches there. Okay, all the leaching bed. So this system basically does everything inside. Okay, so the conventional system uses septic tank to separate solid, fat, and grease, but ATUs uses oxygen infusion for digestion. Okay, so everything is being treated here and then sent it out to the field. And like I said, they're expensive units, only environmentally sensitive lands like agriculture. The third one is Mon System. Okay, they are installed when the minimal soil is available. Okay, and again, the drain field is raised above the ground. So if you look at the picture, so again, if you don't have enough ground available here, or soil available, so and they are raised, so you need these systems. Okay, basically they are concrete and steel mounds, and concrete can last up to 40 years. Okay, so these systems are used when we have the leaching bed basically raised. The third one, sand filter system, again has a sand filtration system and a pump to treat and distribute effluent. Again, they're used with the minimal soil available for the treatment. So these septic, they're pumped under a low pressure through the pipes to the controlled doses to ensure uniform distribution. Again, like if you remember the previous pictures, there is a distribution tank there, the pumps are there, and they are being distributed evenly. A sand filter system costs between $6,000 to $10,000 average. Now the types of leaching bed, okay, there are three types: the conventional, raised, and the filter bed. So the conventional one is most common. Looks like that. Again, you have a field here. You put these perforation pipes between 1 to 3 feet down, and you're good. So they use.
Sorry.
So where the natural soil are suitable, okay, and also they are basically the leaching pipes. They are laid in a stone-filled trenches below the normal ground level, which is, like I said, between 1 to 3 feet. Just like that, a common one. The next one is the raised bed. So the second most common, used where the natural soil are not suitable filtering material. Okay? The site has high water table or bedrocks. So again, when you dig the septic, so all this, you have to decide whether you want to go conventional, the raised bed, stuff like that. Okay? A lot of time people, they ask us, say, listen, my house is lower, why the bedding is high? Because they don't know. They probably think everything gonna come back to the house. So all these things basically are designed according to where the house is and how the bedding is. So the appropriate soil is brought to the site to create a leaching bed that's high enough above the underground water table and bedrock. Again, the pipes, they're laid in stone, fill trenches to the imported soil. So like I said, see, it's raised a little bit. The conventional one was flat, and this one is a little bit raised, but the concept is same. You have the pipes underneath, and then you put soil there. The third one, filter bedding. Okay, they're used for a small bedding area. Okay, so a lot of time I did a house in Markham. It was again because of there was a ravine in the back, and the backyard did not have enough space, so they use this filter system. Okay, which is good for a house like that. Okay, so my client asked that, listen, where is the leaching? So I explained to him that it's called filter bedding. You don't have like a normal conventional. So what it looks like, I'll show you. Just like that. So if the house is there, basically you put soil again because you don't have enough area in the backyard. But these are basically instead of trenches, the whole bed area is excavated and filled with layer of filter sand, which must meet specific requirement, right? So we don't have basically those drain. We excavate for the filter system. So a layer of stones placed on top of the sand, and pipes are laid into it. Okay. So this is again, it's a very special one. Very rarely I've seen it, not like conventional one. A few things to remember: how far the swimming pool or well water should be from your house. So if a well with water should be at least 15 meters away from your house, from your septic tank. And swimming pool, 5 meters minimum. Okay. And leaching bed from your house between 1.5 to 5 meters. Okay. And again, all these things, like I say, people those installed in all that stuff. Okay. Any questions? Okay, so the cost, that's a question always come, how much does it cost, right? So for a 3-bedroom home, you can expect like 1,000-gallon tank, okay, which range from 8,000, 15,000, could be more, everything is expensive now. Okay. So definitely it's more than 15, I would say 15 right now. For the 5-bedroom house, probably need 15-gallon tank, which is between 15 to 25,000. And again, a lot of people ask how much it costs to pump out. So between 250 to 350. It all depends. So this is the cost to pump the septic. How often? Every 2 years or 3 years should be pumped out. So septic tank, normally they are 4 to 5 feet wide, 8 feet long, and 6 feet tall. Okay. They're buried 6 feet deep, depending on the load condition. And again, like I said, the tank is based on the number of the bedrooms. So a typical 1,000 to 1,250 or 1,500 gallons, you need. What I missed there. Yeah, so typical tank size are between 1,000, 1,200, 1,500 gallons. Yeah, so these are the sizes. So this is a chart just to explain like what size you need. So the 1 bed you need 500 gallons, and then for the 2, 750. For the 3 bed 850. Normally 4 or 5 to 1,250. So between 1,000 to 1,500, this is like a normal tank size. By the latest Ontario building code, like 3,600 liter minimum required now. Okay. So a well-built concrete tank should last at least 40 years. Steel tank, 20 to 30 years. Plastic tanks, they last 30. Okay, so again, what are the symptoms? How to find out that the system is failing? Okay, so if you have the alarm system, okay, so if it fails, the septic alarm system go off, and you will know something is happening. The septic tank smell, okay, outdoor. If you're there, you will smell the sewer. Gurgling sound when you flush the toilet, okay, or the slow running drain. So that's a sign of failing of septic. Again, the sewer backups, okay, from the toilet. So that's again a sign of failing system. Gases and all the smell close to the inlet of the septic. So this is what normally we see. So you see this water close to the opening, so that means your septic is failing. If the grass basically is burned, okay, so that's also showing the sign of failure.
So what do you mean? What do you mean like this?
Failing mean is clogged. It's clogged. You see now it's the water, the effluent is not going to the leaching bed. Right? If you remember the picture, they're supposed to just go and absorb the leaching bed, that area. So now everything is clogged. So the water, the effluent is not going to the leaching. Now you see all water around the septic opening and all this area. Even your trenches, your pipes are clogged.
Oh, right. It's not full.
Clogged, yeah. Basically, yeah. Those are just 4-inch pipes with the perforation. So if something is happening again from the distribution box, the filter is not working, things are basically clogged. There's a lot of signs.
Can you go back to the previous slide? Just all the, just that one. I wanted to see all the signs, symptoms of the fail.
This one?
The one before that.
Oh, sorry.
So when it fails, I've heard it's a big mess. You can't just unclog it. Most of the time they have to dig a new septic somewhere else in your yard when a
Well,
septic system
exactly.
fails.
Well, first they start the leaching bed,
Mhm,
right? So they will pump out your septic.
mhm.
So that's number one. And after that, if it's starting doing the same thing, then yes, your leaching bed has to be done again.
Messed up, yeah.
Yeah.
But most of the times they can't reuse that same site. Like you have to dig up another part in your yard. I've heard a lot of times the clients that have had problems and just neighbors up
so
north.
once it's clogged,
Mhm,
they have to replace everything.
mhm,
You know,
mhm,
I mean, like we don't know which pipe is blocked,
mhm.
right? So once they start digging, they will just say, let's do
Just rip it all up, yeah.
Was there any question or is we good?
Just take
Oh,
it
I'm so
out.
sorry.
okay.
Yeah, I wanted to write I missed the last part, so I just wanted to write it down.
Oh, I see. Okay. Like few things, like when you hear the gurgle sound, the smell.
Because you see what happens is like, I don't have it in the top of my head, but when I encounter it, then I can go back and check it.
Yes.
That's why.
Yep. Yep. And you know what, like as a realtor, like you don't go for and stuff like that. The best thing,
So
right?
like, I just wanted to have a general,
Yes. Yeah, you will see this. We'll have an idea now that this is a fit.
Bad.
Okay, so now again, maintenance, doing your part. So always educate the client. That's what we tell people as well. But again, during the inspection, we don't have much time to tell them. They're not gonna remember. So all these things is always. So these are the things they have to do their part. Okay. So never put cooking grease. Okay. So what happens basically can solidify and clog the pipes. Okay? You can also use a grease interceptor. Okay. So stuff like that, but never put the grease down the drain. Okay. Do not put cigarette butts, paper toilets, sanitary tampons, disposable diapers, anything plastic. Okay. So a lot of time people, they don't know. You just start using normal municipal system, right? So, but this is completely different. Okay.
For the cooking grease.
Yeah, oil,
Right? So like
yeah,
normally,
vegetable oil and
Yes.
butter.
so when you could like say cook some stuff. So when you wash it out, you goes there.
Yeah, yes, well, again, like I
Little
said,
bits,
a
little bits,
little
yeah.
bit, yeah. You see, when you're living in rural, so basically just wash it outside. Like if it's full of grease, put it somewhere else rather than going to the drain.
Garbage.
We usually pour it in a
No.
can and throw it in the garbage
Yeah,
as much as we
put it in the
can,
garbage.
right?
Yeah, put it in the garbage. But if you do this, so all this is going to the tank and all this reaction chemical, it will basically destroy the tank. So avoid using a carburetor to dispose of kitchen waste. Okay. Basically, it can clog all the sludge. accumulate by 40%. Again, like I said, oil, gasoline, paint thinner, solvent, chemicals, weed, insect killer, all these things, any chemical, it should not be going down to the septic system. Okay, and also the detergents, because they are high in phosphorus. So, same thing, the drain openers, cleaners. Okay, do not use the washing machine and dishwasher at the same time.
So instead of drain openers and cleaners, like how like if it is small.
You know, people use vinegar.
Baking soda and vinegar, yeah.
You know, so vinegar. Even the lady from my house, she doesn't use chemicals.
Vinegar, baking soda.
So again, you got to educate the people. If they don't, they will have trouble. Okay, so a lot of people ask us, what do you do when you go there? they just think that you're going to the tank and all this stuff, right? They say, you know what, tank, most probably they're full. When we go for inspection, it's there, it's not pumped out. So I asked, the first question is that the realtor, hey, listen, find out when it was pumped out. So mostly I hear, oh, it was 6 months ago or a year or 2 years. So now your tank is full again. So we cannot do anything inside, right? So when the guy who comes for the pump out, they do a inspection and they give you a report, right? Because again, it depends what type of tank you have. If you have just a concrete, simply concrete tank, you don't need to worry about, like 40 years is normally lifespan. If you pump out regularly, you don't use those chemicals, you should be fine. Okay, so what we do basically is just the lid, that area, like I showed you the picture, that tells me what's happening. Okay, and a visual inspection basically of the leaching bed. Okay, so the tank, the opening, and the leaching bed. So these are the two things for the inspector to look. Okay, and then we flush the toilet, the gurgle, and the backup if it's not going properly. So those are the signs that indicate something is happening. Okay.
One sec. Let me just let someone in. There you go.
Okay. Yeah, so the inlet outlet baffles and the leaching bag. So these are the things, anything visual, we don't know what's going on inside. There are few signs that will indicate something's happening.
Yeah, that's because I just let someone in. There you go.
Okay, so how you know, a lot of time, realtors, they asked me, listen, they said, we were here, like how you know it's a septic? We couldn't find anything, right? So if you go to the basement, look for these things. See, for the city sewer system, everything going down. For example, this is our basement. So our plumbing is going down from here out. Okay, you're not gonna see anything. You will just see 4-inch pipe going to the ground. With the septic, you will see like around 4, I would say 3 to 4 feet high. So this pipe, you will see that 4-inch pipe is going out. So you will see that, and you can find out where your septic tank is right there. Okay, so this is one way of finding if we have a septic or we have a city sewer. Okay. Now, so with the septic, now the sewer ejector system. This is also very important to know, because if you have septic and you want to put the bathroom or laundry in the basement, how are you gonna pump out all this, right? So then you use this sewer ejector system. It's a very small system. So what do you have basically?
Do you need to?
Yeah, I mean,
Sorry.
okay.
You're popular today. We're just on joining.
Okay, great. So if you look at here, so this is a sump pump. Okay, so always remember when you're coming one pipe out, that's a sump pump. When two, and you see it's very sealed properly. This one, it has opening, this one does not. Because again, this is the sewer ejector pump, because you don't want the gases into the house. So you will see 2 pipes coming out and sealed, that's your sewer ejector system. Okay, so you need that if you want bathroom in the basement. Okay, everything's possible. A lot of people ask, can we do it? Yes, you can do it. And it's a very simple unit. All you got to do, just dig a sump pit, 2.5 to 3 feet, install this pump, okay, and see these pipes, the vent and the ejector, just install the, I mean, again, it's done all professionally, and you're good to go. So you can have bathroom, you can have laundry in the basement, okay? And all this is connected to your basically main septic. So the sewer ejector, also called pump up ejector system, is used when a bathroom, laundry room, or any other type of plumbing fixture is located below the level of main sewer or septic line. You need that, okay? So basically they are meant to sit in a pump basin that is cut out and dug into ground below grade. This sump basin collects about 30 gallons of waste on average for a moderate size home. So this is what it looks like. This is your sewer ejector system, and this one is your sump pump. Okay, so right here again, so that's your sewer ejector, and it's connected to your main septic. So it pumps it here and it goes out. We also have a different type of ejectors. This is for only if you have just the toilet, right, in the basement, no shower, nothing, just the toilet. So you don't need a ejector system, so that's going to be expensive. You can install just this. So this one basically, again, does the same thing. You just crush everything and then pump out. Okay. So a drain line from the various fixture in the basement area, a slope down into the side of the sump basin. When the level of the wastewater in the basin reaches a certain height, a floater on the sewage ejector pump start the pump, and everything is out.
So it's pretty similar to the sump pump.
Pretty simple, something, yeah. Okay. Again, you can, depends which one you want. It all depends how much money you have. Some of them, they come with the alarm system. Okay, they have the sensors. So also if you want, if something is failing, your alarm, right? So you can consider that. The other model operates like a garbage disposal. Instead of ejecting sewer, we have pump that pushes the waste up through the plumbing pipe. The system shred and waste. You just shred everything, okay? And make it easier to go through the pump. Again, the size. So when you buy, all this depends. I would just say leave it to the plumber. Okay, they will decide that the size of the motor and everything for you, the horsepower. Standard pump kit, 1/2 to 3/4 horsepower, and 30 gallons, 30 to 40 gallons usually enough for a bathroom down there. But again, like I said, you can compare the price and specs according. Consult your plumber. Maintenance again. So the homeowner should provide annual service for the pumps. We're talking about the sewer ejector. With the plumber again, just make sure you call the plumber and do the service. Plumber normally they clean the pump, oil the motor, okay, and inspect the condition of it, remove all the debris. So flush only toilet paper, right? Nothing else. Anything like say any other product, wipes and all this stuff, it will damage the system. Okay.
You good? Yeah, there you go. I just want to make sure you wanted to switch.
Okay. So the prices for the kit typically $400 to $800. Okay. And again, this is an installation. Invest. You don't want to basically repair down the road. So invest wisely or put a good product, expensive one, because you don't want to call the plumber all the time. It's going to cost you more than that if you install a cheap product. Okay, so just make sure that install a quality product. Okay, so again, all these are available at the local home improvement stores online, and you can get them. The average life is 5 to 7 years. Okay, for a residential sewage pump, and for the commercial, I think it's 5 to 15 years. Any question now? Well, before we go to that, so well, there are two types of well. One is drilled. So probably you guys have seen it. If you see a 4-inch pipe sticking out of the ground, so that's the drill, and it goes up to 100, 150 feet. Okay, and then there's a submersible motor underneath. And the other one is duct, which is quite big. I would just say probably 4 by 4 the diameter. And even a person can go in. And they're normally 50 feet, 50 to 60 feet. Okay. You need a water softener system for both. You cannot drink that water. You can use it, but you need a softener. All the system water needs to be tested before the closing for all the contamination. You should not be drinking that water anyway. You should have a reverse osmosis system. So other than that, there's nothing. The cost for testing the water, next day service probably $100. 1 week, $25, $26. Okay, so that's not very expensive. But definitely test it out for possible contamination, bed and all this stuff. So that's pretty much it. Any question?
The water test, where do you have to?
Normally you'll find every city has the lab. For Durham, I know the one on Block. I know a few in Vaughan, and I mean pretty much every city they do have it.
In cottage countries, you can pick them up at a lot of like the Rite Aids and like, you know, like the drugstores and that, and you pick them up, but you still have to drop them off at the testing plant.
Testing, yeah.
Yeah, you have to find out where it is in that city and drop it
Yeah,
off.
so every city normally have. Anything else? Cost? Like I said, next day service is 75 plus taxes. And after a week, $25, $26.
How often?
Often.
Test every.
Well, no. It's basically like when you buy a house, test it because you don't know what is there, right? So, but it's good. It's good if you want to test it. But I would just say not to drink it. Install a reverse osmosis, right? There are tons of, you know, like something like this or any other, but don't drink it. I mean, use for the clothing and all this stuff, but don't.
When you have the sewer ejection system, do you have to have the sump pump? Sorry, I kind of missed the beginning of that. Like,
No.
you don't, the two, you were just showing the difference between the two. The two don't have to be
It's just-
present at
yeah,
the same time?
Just the difference because a lot of
Okay.
people confuse it.
Yeah.
When they say, well, I saw a picture, but that's why I was differentiating that
What a sump pump, okay,
one pipe is sump pump,
right.
2 pipes is sewer ejector.
Good to know. I never knew. I just
Yeah.
always assume when I see that, I'm like, oh, it's a sump pump.
Yeah, so,
Right?
so in this picture,
It's good,
probably the bedding probably has water.
right?
So when the builder built the house,
They put the sump.
they put sump.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
So the sump pump was, again, both were there, or
Mhm.
could be ejector was afterwards.
Right,
Because when you decide to have a bathroom or laundry, then you can have sewer ejector.
mhm. Okay. And what about holding tanks with the septic system? I guess the holding tank is just, they don't have the weeping bed,
No, yes.
right?
Yeah, they don't
Okay.
have it, yeah.
Okay,
So septic tank is the only thing, like, I mean, I never seen holding tank, very honestly, very few.
yeah,
Yeah, very
yeah,
few.
they're out there though, and that's why I've seen them on some listings. We've done so much, this topic is so important right now for us because with COVID, a lot of us have been selling a lot of recreational properties. There's been a big move to rural properties on well and septic, and it's not our forte being, you know, city realtors, right? So unless you're doing cottage country, I thought it was a good topic, so.
Yeah, no, it's a good topic, and I did a lot last year. Because everybody was buying cottages and all this, because everybody was moving out, right? They're buying and yeah, so it was a lot of good experience. I mean, again, like I said, I did not see all the system I was talking about. They're high-end other
Mhm.
than the normal one, conventional one. But it's still some people in the city, like close market area, all this area, with the money, they put all the gadgets,
Mhm, mhm.
all the gadgets there. Which again, like I said, I have never seen, because we just tell them, okay, you have a good alarm system.
Yeah.
If it's something happening, we'll just give you a heads up.
Mhm.
But normally conventional systems are there.
How's everybody online? I just stopped the share there. Does anybody have any questions?
All there.
Everybody good online there? Anybody have any questions here? Have you guys been doing any cottage country? Right? Yeah, a little bit. I see Garage shaking his head. Yeah, a little bit, a little bit.
Got a house with septic tank and it's got the sump pump and the other pump too.
Oh, okay, okay,
Our sump pump and the
Did you
sewer
check
ejector. And the sewer ejector.
okay, okay.
Because you got a washroom in the basement
Yeah.
and a lunchroom.
I know at my cottage there, not only do we not pour the chemicals down, because the whole reason behind that is that you want the bacteria to help your sewage system as well, right?
Yeah.
Your septic system. You want the bacteria to eat that. So the more the bacteria in there, the better, because then the less you're pumping it, right? You can also buy, you can't find them in the city, but up north, whenever I go to Walmart or, you know, the regular grocery store, right where they sell all, like, you know, the cleaners for your bathroom, they sell packets that boost that bacteria.
Yeah.
So every now and then you just put, it's just like powder you put in, and it encourages the bacteria in your septic. You just flush one of those every now and then, maybe once a month. So that's also something good, but that's why Arsha was saying not to pour those chemicals down. It's bad because it's killing all your bacteria that's helping your septic
It's not gonna do
system.
its job, yeah.
Mhm.
Question?
I have a quick question.
Yes, Julia.
Okay, so the thing is, some places, cottages we have seen, they don't have wells. Okay, so is there a way that we could make one, or how does it work?
For the well?
Yeah, you can call
You can also,
companies.
yeah, you can call the company. You can put one. Sometime, a lot of time people call me and say the water is, it dried out, it's low. What should I do? So you can dig another one.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
It all
Depends
depends.
how deep.
Yeah, it all depends which one you want. There go drill. 6, 7.
It's not bad.
How much roughly it will cost for the well?
Between 6 and 7, but again, don't take my words, because again, sometimes the area you got to go further down, right?
Mhm.
So, but that's what you're looking range. Yeah,
How much did you say?
6, 7,000.
Okay, thank you. It was a great presentation. Thank you very much.
Very good. It's always very good.
Yeah.
Also, I
Yeah.
was going to say, Julia, too, even if sometimes if they have a well on the property, you have to make sure it's pumping enough for
Okay,
the property.
okay,
Pardon me. Because a lot of times dug wells have to be redug and every now and then, because they're
Right.
not, the silt and the sand comes back and sort of fills them. So even though they have a dug well, they might have to get it resurfaced and redug a little bit. So
oh, I
Um,
see.
yeah,
Okay, thanks, Christine.
They're not deep. They're not deep.
Yeah.
They're like 40, 50 feet. So
Oh, okay.
so. Very good.
anybody else?
Anybody else got a
Better than
question?
the other?
Huh?
Well, better than the other well? So the deeper the well, the better. So a drill well.
Exactly, because you go more deeper,
Mhm,
right? And again, contamination point of view is like all just 4-inch,
mhm,
all capped.
mhm.
The dug one is open, things can fall in, right? You
Oh,
know what I mean?
Mhm,
So yeah, so the deeper you go is better.
mhm. I know with the drill well, you feel safer with the kids because you can't,
Yeah.
fall, you know, you almost have that fear that they fall in, but it's only a little pipe, a tiny pipe.
yeah.
They just open it up to service it, right?
Yeah,
That's
and
all.
a lot of time clients, they question us.
Cap on the well, what is it, concrete cap on the well?
No, it's mine's metal. I don't know.
Metal.
Yeah.
It's a metal cap, it's what, 10 inches wide diameter?
No,
No,
it's
not
4
even.
inch.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a different.
Mhm.
4 to
okay.
6 inches, yeah, just like a plumbing pipe.
Okay.
You know, the black one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and then you see a round cap.
Oh,
Yeah, and it's sticking out this high,
oh, okay.
right? So that's the drill.
And that's what's, anything beside that pipe? Oh,
It's just the pipe sticking out.
okay.
Yeah, I know.
A lot of clients sometime, or even the realtor, they ask how much water we have and how long it's gonna last. So that's a good question. That's something, honestly, I cannot tell. Nobody can, right? It's just the area. I mean, the best bet is ask your neighbors, right? While you're there, just question them, hey, listen, how long you been here? Any issue? But I always tell, if there's anything happens like this, take another one. So mostly that resolve the problem. So it's just like, we cannot determine, like, I cannot tell how long it's gonna last and stuff like that. I mean, I did a lot of rural homes. I heard just 1 or twice that they had this issue, and then they dug another one, they're fine. That's the best way of doing it.
Everybody
Yeah,
good
better to
online?
know.
Yeah.
How far from the house is
So for the house, again, it doesn't matter. But for the septic, basically, at least 15 meters.
the well doesn't matter?
From the septic, yes.
Mm-hmm.
House, no.
Okay.
So typical, because your septic is very close to the house, so I would say 15 meters. You should be away from that.
So in case if the septic is not properly maintained or it's not in good order, so we can replace a new one. Am I right?
You can do anything, absolutely. That's the best
Yeah.
way of doing it. But do you
But
want to
it's
spend this kind of money?
expensive, yeah, expensive.
Yeah, do you want to spend this kind of money? Now, the question is, what kind of tank you have? Fiberglass, expensive.
Mhm.
Conventional concrete, cheaper, but still not cheaper. I would say 25, 30, 40, depends what size you want. Yeah, if
Mhm.
you want to go this route, everything is fresh. Good.
Okay. Thank
I have a
you.
question.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, so 2 years ago, I booked a cottage near Tullamarine. And whenever we used the water, it had a strong sulfur smell. What's the reason behind that?
He says whenever they use the water, it had a strong sulfur smell. And what's the reason behind that? I'll let you take it first.
Oh, in well water?
Yeah, it's well water, yep.
You know what? A good question. I would just say check their treatment system. You know, the softener, everything, is it working or not? That's why you should have those systems.
Those systems, okay.
Water softener system, yeah.
Also, when the last time they serviced it is, because a lot of times these wells need bleaching.
Yeah.
Every few years, you need to come and get the guy to come out, bleach your well and maintain it so that water doesn't have that smell, and let it run. If you're not going up like every weekend, like if I haven't been up in a month, for instance, in the winter months, you kind of get a bit of a smell and a rust
Yeah.
color to the water.
Yeah.
We just go out and we hit it with some bleach and we let it run for a bit. So it depends how often you're going up and how often you're maintaining
Yeah.
it.
And your system, I would just say use the UV system as well. They're much better. Ultraviolet, so you can use that. I mean, it all depends how much you want to spend. Everything is a remedy.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody else? Everybody good?
Very good. All right. So what's the next topic you guys want? Anyone?
Anybody on votes from what you'd like that you
I
guys?
have Kitech, radon gases, you name it. Like what we do basically during the home inspection, what we look for, how the things are. So you name it. Anybody has any particular
Basically
thing?
work in the city, basically work in the city or.
Mostly, yes.
Mostly, huh?
Mostly in the city, because I'm based in Durham. So I do all from Scugog till I would say Oakville, that area, Richmond Hill. For commercial, I go up to Niagara. That's no problem because commercial is good money. It's worth traveling. For the house, if you ask me to go Hamilton, I might say no because if the client pay me, if they pay, that's okay. Otherwise, it kills the whole day.
Yeah.
See, nowadays the traffic, yeah, it kills the whole. So I just prefer not to go that
What's
far.
the typical charge for, let's say, $1,200 square feet home?
350.
That's not bad.
Not bad. Our price is very competitive.
No.
Like I said, I'm a structural engineer. I was trained by one of our competitor, Carson Dunlop. But if you compare our prices to theirs, it's like I would say 50%.
Very close,
Yeah.
It can be a little bit higher.
Exactly. And then, like I said, I provide similar service. We are there for the client before and after. If you have any question before or after, I'm always there, right, to help you out. So, and our price is very competitive. Everything went up. When people ask us, right, they say, well, for now, it's the same. If we raise, people say, why you raise the prices, right? Because everything is, the gases are high, everything is high, right? But honestly, we won the business. And that's why I'm here in the business for the past 18 years. It's just a good service and a price, because I don't want to, and a lot of the time, like, I don't know how many of you work with me. I go and educate people. I don't scare people. I don't pick that, oh, the baseboard is crooked and this is not inspection. We're there to educate them, right? Big items. And a lot of people, client, they just ask me when the realtor is here and there, would you buy this house? I say, why not? So why not? I mean, these are the things we look for, and these are, I told you. Now, if you want me to scare you, I'll love to scare you and make money out of you. I'll do another one for you. A lot of time people, they think that this inspector bringing 50 items, well, let's do another one. They don't realizing you paying him, right? So, and you guys work hard. I realize that. And you got to be You have to be fair. You don't go there and just say, oh, you know, your wall is crooked, your trim is not good. And small things like, and people, the clients think that, oh, this is a good inspector. I don't do this. I just tell them, listen, I'm looking at a lot of things that you're not. If I start telling you, you're not gonna buy the house. Right? Every house has flaws, right? But if there's a mold issue, your roof is bad, your furnace is older, big items, you have electrical issue, then yes. And we educate them, hey, listen, the roof costs you this much, furnace costs you this much. You like the house? Today is a bidding war nowadays. You're gonna lose for $4,000. So you're paying more and you worry about $4,000. So it's just, you gotta educate them. When they listen from us, honesty is completely a different human being. When the realtor comes, they say, oh, this guy, I've been showing him for the past 6 months, he's really fussy, this and that, don't worry about it. After 5-10 minutes, honestly, they don't even walk with me, they trust, and then they take it. So yeah, you guys work hard, and I personally understand that, realize that.
Yeah, very good.
Very good.
Thank
Anybody
you so
there? No
much,
problem. Thank you so
though.
much.
That's very nice of you
Thank
to
you.
come again and talk to us.
Thank you. So
I enjoyed it. It was really
I'll
educational.
send you the topics, so you can just ask
Okay.
the realtors
And
whatever
choose
they
what
pick,
they
pick
wanna
and
do,
choose, and
for sure.
Fine.
Sounds
Give me
good.
that,
Goodbye, everybody online. Have a good week.